Two demons are having a conversation in hell. On earth, there exists a human known as Mr. Gray, devoid of the mark of the Lord, one demon said. The other replied, neither demons nor angels are familiar with him, and there's been no word from God's side, nor even from the devil himself. I've heard of a man like that, the first demon mused. Rumor has it he can see demons and even bring back the dead for a brief moment. Nonsense, the second demon scoffed. That's impossible. If you doubt me, the first demon challenged, why not investigate for yourself? He lacks the mark of the Lord, making him fair game for manipulation or even destruction. The second demon hesitated. I'm not sure about getting involved in that kind of business, especially if the devil didn't order it. Indeed, the first demon agreed. But a little investigation wouldn't hurt. You're absolutely right, the second demon conceded. It's time to make my way to Earth. Now, let's cut to Mr. Gray, our protagonist, in Aqua Ebom State, Uyo, at 9 a.m. Mr. Gray was trying to buy mangoes. The shopkeeper looked at him and said, Sir, I've told you time and again, one mango is 200 naira. Mr. Gray, calm as ever, replied, give me 5 of them. As he was making his purchase, the shopkeeper thought to himself, this man is probably hiding his face and body because he might be very ugly. Just then, a little girl ran up to Mr. Gray. Excuse me, mister. May my friends and I have some mangoes, please? Mr. Gray, always generous, responded, make that 25. The little girl beamed and ran off, shouting, thank you, mister. Later that evening, at 7 p.m., Mr. Gray was resting in a motel. Suddenly, he heard a woman's frantic voice. Where's my daughter? Please, someone help me. Mr. Gray got up from his bed to see what was going on. A group of people were discussing. We should check the riverside, we've already searched that area. The woman cried out again. Please, can someone help me find my little girl, Divine? She hasn't come home yet. Mr. Gray thought to himself, that must be the girl who approached me earlier. I heard her friends calling her Divine. He continued to ponder, they must have seen her with a bag of fruits and taken her for ransom. But if that were true, we would have received a message by now. Mr. Gray cracked one of his magic beads and whispered, show me. The magic led him to an abandoned warehouse at 9 p.m. She might be in there, he thought. I'll make my way in quietly. Mr. Gray entered the warehouse and saw several gang members. He spoke firmly. Excuse me, I'm searching for a little girl named Divine. If you hand her over now, we can resolve this without any trouble. The gang leader sneered, who is this individual before me? The gang leader's brother chimed in, who are you looking for? Divine? Check in that corner, maybe you'll see her there. Mr. Gray, shocked, exclaimed, oh my god. Divine? The gang leader's brother grabbed Mr. Gray by the tie. Hey, hold up. Where do you think you're sneaking off to? You can see her from here, and trust me, you'll soon be joining her. A slicing sound was heard, but nothing seemed to happen. The gang leader's brother spoke again. Are you deaf or something? I said don't move. The gang leader's brother stopped talking, realizing Mr. Gray had moved so fast he didn't even notice. Did you just kill my brother? The gang leader shouted. Do you even know who I am? Mr. Gray replied calmly, yes, I do. You're a dead man. Get him. The gang leader ordered. Mr. Gray, filled with anger, called out the gang members, monsters, maggots, parasites. You're all damned, destined for hell. You can't escape your fate. He cut them down one by one. The screams and slicing sounds filled the air. The gang leader, the last one standing, asked, what in God's name are you supposed to be? The gang leader, defiant, said, it's of no consequence. With this charm on my body, not even a bullet can pierce my asking. Mr. Gray interrupted, showing his power in subduing the gang leader. Although the gang leader didn't survive, Mr. Gray used his beats to bring him back momentarily, demonstrating his abilities. Even after decapitating him, the gang leader felt every single pain. Mr. Gray then carried the lifeless body of the little girl and encountered a demon. What do you want from me? Mr. Gray demanded. So the rumors are true, you can see, the demon replied. Mr. Gray, unfazed, asked, could you do me a favor? The demon, Curious, responded, "And what might that be?" Mr. Gray, with unwavering resolve, said, "Tell your boss. He's next." With that, Mr. Gray sent the demon back to hell.